morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we've got some exclusive reveals from Destined Rivals. We've not really started reveal season for Destined Rivals yet, which is, people are wanting it to start. People are wanting to see cards. Well, wonderful news. It starts today. It starts here. And I've been given the Porygon line. As a side note, massive shout out to Pokémon for letting me have the Porygon line to reveal. And if anybody's wondering, hang on a second, Wassy, isn't Porygon your second favourite Pokémon? Yes, it is. Isn't it your original favourite Pokémon from Gen 1? Yes, it is. Is it a massive coincidence that you're revealing the Porygon line from Destined Rivals? Nah, it's really not a coincidence, because the lovely folks at Pokémon know who my favourite Pokémon are. I am a Pokémon partner after all. They did ask, I did tell them, so they know I love Porygon, and that means that we get to talk about Porygon today. And I am absolutely delighted. It's always fun to try and guess what reveals I'm going to get for a particular set when I know I'm getting them. Last two sets with Mamoswine and then Porygon. Yeah, alright, that makes perfect sense. Question is, what do we got here with Porygon? Well, we start off with Team Rocket's Porygon, with Team Rocket's Grunt as a featured trainer. We got a 60 HP colourless basic, and for one colourless energy, you get to discard a card from your hand. And if you do, your opponent discards a card from their hand. Okay. This isn't some, phenomenal uber attack. This isn't something you're really going to be going towards, but it is a nice, handy bonus. We're going to see in a minute the discarding cards from your hand, something that Porygon does not mind doing, and then making your opponent discard, and let's be clear, they get the choice. They have to discard a card from their hand, but it's very much their choice as to which card gets discarded. The question is, do they have anything good? Sometimes they'll just be like, oh, cool. So I'm going to discard an energy, and then in a second I'm going to accelerate it with Ends PP up, and then that was actually super helpful. Cheers for that. And if that happens, that happens. There's not much you can do about it. However, there'll be plenty of times your opponent doesn't want to discard a card from hand, and that's going to be fun. Not a reason to play this line, but still a nice handy bonus. Moving up into Porygon-Z, we get up to 90 HP here. It is, of course, Team Rocket's Porygon-Z. It is a rocket card after all. Can take advantage of all those lovely rocket tricks we're getting. And for free energy, you deal 20 damage for each supporter card that has Team Rocket in its name in your discard pile. Which, incidentally, now if we look back at Team Rocket's Porygon, we can go, oh, I get it. Alright. So your goal here is to discard supporters with Team Rockets in their name, so that you can then do more damage with Team Rocket's Porygon-Z. And then Porygon-Z, we'll get there in a minute, we're not there yet. Makes perfect sense. I am absolutely down with that. So, the real question is then, how many options do we have? And we've not seen the full set list here, let's be perfectly clear, but we're expecting 5. We are expecting 5 different Team Rocket supporters, which means that at the absolute high end here, you could put 20 in your discard pile. 4 times 5 is 20. Times by 20 is 400. 400 damage is a lot. 400 damage is enough to KO, and I mean this very literally, anything. Anything that, unless they've got some kind of weird resistance or whatever. But my point is, the highest natural HP we've got is 340. You're doing up to 400 here, you're gonna be fine. Really, a lot of the time, let's say Gardevoir, 16 supporters, 320 damage, it goes down. Or Dragapult, 16 supporters, 320 damage, it goes down. Or Charizard, 17 supporters, 340 damage, it goes down. Yes, I know that most of the time you're not going to get 17 supporters in your discard pile. You're going to need to keep some to actually use. You're not going to be able to discard them fast enough. Some of them might be prized, etc. I understand all of this, but I'm saying that this is all colourless energy, and late in the game, if you're playing enough supporter cards, you can get up to those numbers. I don't think you will very often, but you can. And then we get up to our boy Porygon-Z. And honestly, the whole Porygon line is just beautiful. Just wonderful. Who doesn't love the Porygon line? I'll tell you now, if you don't love the Porygon line, I probably don't trust you very much. That's how much I love the Porygon line. Okay, fine, I know everyone's got different opinions, but still, I love the Porygon line. And in terms of Porygon-Z here, what we've got is a really rather nice ability, Reconstitute. You must discard 2 cards from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw a card. And what we've got here is the opposite. Basically, it is the opposite of what we see from Zoroark. Zoroark discards 1 card from your hand to draw 2. This discards 2 cards from your hand to draw 1. And what that really means is, this is more for discarding than drawing. Zoroark is, you got to discard a card, but don't worry, you can draw 2. This is going to be a nice draw engine. This is, well, look, you really want to discard. I know you want to discard. So here you go and discard 2 cards. But that's actually going to be kind of annoying. It's going to hurt your hand size. You can draw 1 as a nice little bonus. And you know what? Yeah, that's all right. And this is a good discard ability. Like a really very good discard ability. Also, shout out the artwork by Anaseki Dynamic here, which is wonderful. If you want to be discarding, this is great. And yes, I know it's a stage 2, and I know stage 2s are a little bit awkward, but I also know that right now stage 2s are better than they've been in a long time. Like, think back to those Pokemon I was shouting out a minute ago that we wanted to KO. Gardevoir, stage 2. Charizard, stage 2. Dragapult, stage 2. And bearing in mind, Gardevoir lost its draw engine, so stage 2s are better than they've been in a long time. There is an idea here. And this is very good discard, and basically what you're trying to do here, very simply is, get all of those supporter cards in the discard as fast as you possibly can to use our command to do lots of damage. That is absolutely the goal here. Get those supporter cards in the discard so you can use our command. And remember, you can go pretty aggressive here because Power Pad is still an option. And I think if you're going aggressive with a deck like this, I do think Power Pad is very important because Power Pad lets you shuffle 2 supporter cards from your discard pile into your deck. So what you do is you discard really aggressively in the early game, get up to the numbers with Porygon so you're hitting decent damage, and then when you get close to the end of the game, when you're doing enough damage, but all of a sudden you just need just a couple of supporter cards back, this will then go and get the supporter cards you like. And you know what? Yeah, I'm kind of alright with this. We know we've got good Team Rocket supporter cards coming, which is lovely, and we're going to have ways to accelerate the energy here and pay it more easily, and this is a Pokemon that can get up to basically infinite damage. Okay, fine, 400 damage. But in the context of 2025 Pokemon TCG, 400 damage might as well be infinite. It's the same attack as we see on Porygon 2, in terms of the damage output. The difference here is, firstly, it's a 2 energy attack rather than 3, which makes a big difference. And secondly, the fact that you've got that Reconstitute ability. And I don't think this is just for this deck. I think there's going to be other decks in the future where you really want to be discarding. And in any deck where you do want to be discarding aggressively, Porygon-Z has got your back. I am a fan of this evolution line, and look, let's be perfectly clear. I am a big Porygon fan. I am biased, and I don't really care. I'm delighted I got to reveal these, and massive shout out and thank you to Pokemon for allowing me to do the reveal. That makes me very happy indeed. But I've told you about all of this now, so now it's over to you guys. What do you think about Porygon the line as a whole? What do you think about this new Porygon? Whether it can be good, do you want to be playing around with all of these supporters? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And let's face it, whenever I get a chance, Porygon. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourself till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.